to the Coaches Show. I'm Tony McGill's Tim Delaney, and we're featuring head football coach Cody Finley. Coach, coming off a big win the other night, 49-0 against Bay St. Louis, and special night, it was homecoming.
Yes, it's always good to get a win, but getting a win on homecoming, I think it's been a long time since that's happened.
Yeah.
We were excited. We improved over last week. We finally got some stuff together. We're kind of figuring out our kids, what they can do and what they can't do, and I think we had a better all game plan for last Friday night.
It was clicking. It looked good. Everything was smooth, and timing was there, and it looks like y'all just put it all together. Again, I always go back to practices and some of the things that I watch and see y'all do and see how hard you work. You're real meticulous. You're real precise in what you do, and you expect that from the kids, and it's starting to reflect that.
Well, we try to be. It's still, sometimes practice is a little bit overrated. You've got to get everything in. It's a lot of how they perform on game night. I've been part of teams. You go out there and you have terrible practices, and during the week, and then you play great on Friday night. So they're teenage kids. You never know what you're going to get. And likewise, I've had bad practices, good practices, whatever, and it really, if they know what to do, it comes down to being able to play the game. And I felt like we've been prepared to play all the games, but I didn't feel like everything was clicking. It was always something. But I think we've got some of that corrected, and hopefully we'll play well this week as well.
Well, 3 phases of football: your offense, your defense, your special teams. Coach Delaney over there, I'll call him Coach Tim Delaney, my partner on the broadcast, pointed out several times on how all 3 phases of the game clicked, and y'all were on point with the special teams and 7 extra points.
Right.
Missed a field goal,
right.
And it looked like we had it
like
good where we were at. It looked
right.
like it split the uprights. But we like what we see in the punter. I don't think we've had a punter or someone kicking the ball like Aiden has, in the height that he gets on the.
That helps us a lot.
Yeah,
It really does.
And in them deep every
game, yes. And we've had really good. Well, I hate to say that because we'll stink it up this week. But I will. But we've had really good coverage.
Yeah.
And that's been all three yes. games. Yes. We've done a really good job on kickoff coverage. We've done a fairly good job on punt coverage.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can keep that up. Special teams, special teams is not our problem right now. Other than the first series against the pass where we had the mishandled
trouble with the punt.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Other than that, y'all are winning the kicking game.
Right.
Yeah. That first time. Well, look, we're talking about homecoming, and I just want to make mention, we appreciate everyone. We're getting a lot of listeners. I'm getting a lot of comments on our coaches show, and they're really enjoying it. We're having more listeners, more tuning into our coaches shows than we ever have, and breaking all kind of numbers. And our live broadcast on Friday nights is breaking numbers. We just, so we're excited about the direction that we're going, the direction that Kenny Triplett is wanting to continue this, but how many people do you think was in that crowd Friday night? Man, this place was slammed. So it was fun. We hadn't seen a homecoming turnout like that.
Yeah, I knew there were a lot of people, but to be honest, I didn't pay much
Coaches
attention.
don't pay attention. They don't even look over the shoulder.
Yeah. I know when I played, I was scared to even look back.
Right.
I caught one by my daddy upside the head,
right.
Looking at the crowd. But just to let you know, it was slam packed. It was probably our biggest gate.
Right. Well, we always
last
have
20 years.
Yeah,
We do. Yeah.
Which is amazing to me,
It's
considering the
one of the Saints logos.
Right, over the years.
When we had the New Orleans Saints front office and Isaiah Stallbird, the outside linebacker for the Saints, was here, and I made mention to you then. You probably thought I was crazy because it was on kind of. But I still don't think there's a program in South Mississippi as good as our Bearcat program. Now, do we win? Does it show it in the winning column? That's where you judge it. But we have the best crowds. We have the best kids. These kids are 3.2 GPAs and 4 we just got a good thing going on right here, Coach.
No, you're absolutely right about that. And I tell everybody this: it's absolutely the best school that I've ever been. associated with. And
This is 35 years
and
for you.
I've been associated with some really good school systems. The kids are great. They do what you ask them to do. So if you know, there's a lot. I know me being a football coach, there's sometimes a lot more important things than football.
That's
and
right.
you know, we've got really a great school. Now we've got to get the football program up to par with our academics and other things.
Well,
we
some
have
pure
going.
natural raw speed would help there.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
stuff you can't coach, because
Yes.
you coach them all you want, but
Right.
when you get the kid, it's stuff you can't coach.
No, that's absolutely true.
But you know, as far as the game goes, I tell you, I was really impressed with the way the defense flew around. I mean, you got
Our defense,
8-10 jerseys around the ball all the
Yeah.
time.
our defense has played
All
exceptionally
four
well.
Nobody is counting. Even
All-
if they're getting knocked off the ball, they're all chasing the ball.
Well, since the beginning, and
Yeah,
that happened in the past. Now, our secondary was deficient against the pass,
Right.
but that had a lot to do with the pass. We watch them on film, and there's a lot of schools that look deficient against their receivers.
Well, yeah, yes.
But, you know, as far as the run game and stuff like that, we had a lot of guys hats around the ball. We played really well defensively against Forest County. It was just our offense couldn't get anything going and put us in bad spots.
And that's on the
So-
flip side, you know, we talked last week about the rhythm. I thought that was a great rhythm you had on offense, and I know you felt it.
Right, it was.
You get them back on their heels and stay ahead of the sticks
Right.
off a first down, and then things just start falling into place.
Right.
And you're calling a play that's successful, then you call the counter to that play, the companion play to it, and it's
Right.
successful, and so you got the defense confused.
Right.
Thought it was a great job calling the game.
Right.
We had, like I said, the Saints was in last week. I went into the coach's office yesterday, when was it, Monday night, for the JV game, to get my rosters and stuff. Heather usually has that for me. And sitting there, and the kids were gathered around, and I asked them if they saw Stallberg from the
Right.
New Orleans Saints. Did you see him play Sunday? And I watched for him.
Right.
And he's more special teams, and he goes in certain pass situations and things like that. He's not in there all the time. And all the kids said that they did, and then just an inspirational kind of a guy. And
Sure.
I just wanted to mention that you know, there was at least 10 of the JV guys fixing to go out, and you walked through when I was sitting there. But really inspired. I mean, we just have a good thing going on here, Coach.
Well, I think he really got the kids' attention when he started telling his story, and the first thing they heard is nobody recruited him.
That's right.
You know, he was a
State championship in high school.
He was a no star.
Yeah.
You know, in today's world of, you know, on social media and everybody's getting
Publicity,
recruited.
yeah.
Right.
Look, there are a lot of guys in the NFL that are
Probably half of them,
overlooked. Yes, you know, when you look at the NFL, there's, I think over half the players are free agent players.
Right.
So they weren't even drafted. So, you know, a lot of it's sticking to it, being dedicated to it, and, you know, I think that meant a lot for our kids. You know, even some of the kids, you know, looking to go to college or whatever. You know, I've had kids that nobody thought would be able to play, and they end up being good players at
I've
the
missed
next
on a few of
level.
my recruiting
So,
days.
you know,
It's easy to
it's
miss
not
on,
it's not an exact science. You know, you can look at a kid that's really, really good, and if he doesn't have the work ethic, then, you know, they kind of fizzle out. So, yeah, it was a good story, and our kids needed to hear that with that young man.
Yeah, that was a good.
If the rest of the people want to hear it, Coach, he told us about this, and I went and looked it up. His story is on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
They did a little
Isaiah
special thing.
Stallberg.
Right, they did a little.
Yeah.
You can look him up. They did a little special on him. The Saints did about, and he talks about his upbringing and
Right.
the struggles he had to go through. And it's worth listening to, because it's
Yeah, I want to see it.
let's talk about overcoming adversity. That's the
Right.
bottom line. When things ain't going right, what you gonna do?
Right. Well, Tim, you got some things that you wanted to ask Coach about offensive, defense, and
Well, yeah, I just mentioned that, but let's move on to Purvis, because
yeah. Next thing is Purvis.
We finished that W, and that means
Right.
good for you. You got
Sure.
your first
You know,
one. I know that always feels good.
We bragged on that field up at Forest County, and I'm telling you, it smells like you're in a horse stall. I mean, from where we were at. I mean, and I love every bit of it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that
I knew
field and the
farm
atmosphere, and they brought a good crowd too. But going up to Purvis is one of the older fields. I told somebody the other day, if you lean your head over like that, you'll sweat on one of the football players. If you lean it over in the bleachers, you're right on the. Cheerleaders have no room really to cheer. It's
Right.
dangerous for them.
Right.
And so we're looking forward. We like that. And that was the first time we shared a press box with you was that game, and when we were there, and Junior Brown scored 5 touchdowns in Purvis that day. But that was the first. That's the first time I knew you were a coach.
Right.
Not you wasn't doing the laundry after the ball game.
Right.
You were a coach,
Right.
and we knew it that night. You got excited a couple times. You fun.
I vaguely remember that as far as. I remember it being
The facilities
I
and all
remember
that.
it being a rural setting,
Yeah.
which I'm completely accustomed to. And,
Yeah, I love it.
you know, I remember us having to warm up because it was homecoming, and I think that it's homecoming again. So hopefully we could have the same results we had the first time we went
That's
down
right.
there. But you know, they're a pretty good football team, and you know, we kind of snuck up on them 2 years ago, and then last year
Yeah.
they came and beat our
Yeah,
brain.
they were
They've
upset.
restored this way. Yeah.
He had a grudge.
They played mad. They got
We're not
torn.
sticking up on anybody last
Yeah.
year. And, I don't know what the score was, but it was a lot to little. And number 4, luckily he's not back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Get
He's
him
a
out of
player.
there.
He probably rushed for about 300 yards against
He's a
us.
player.
So, you know, they've got a good football team. They do what they do, and they come off the ball. We just got to meet that
Right.
part of it, the physical part of it. Our offensive line still has to improve. I thought we took a step forward. We'll see this week because they're better up front than the Bay is for sure.
Yeah. You guys are coming off the ball. I mean,
At
it's-
times.
yeah.
At times.
I know, I don't know, you don't talk negative, but it looked like sometimes guys were confused as to who they were going after. And I don't know if it's because the Bay was stemming or et cetera, but,
That is the question.
Well, you know, the old, and I know you teach them this, but as a
Well-
line coach, the oldest phrase in the book is when in doubt, fire out.
That's true.
Find you another jersey and just come
That's
on off
true.
to football.
When you got a guy that's supposed to block back, and that's his only job is to block back, and you get in a game and he does not block back, you know, I don't know what you do.
So-
You know,
Someone-
we talked about that last week, how everybody in the stands blames the whole offensive
Right.
line when
Right.
one guy screws up.
Right. But you know, we're getting better. Hopefully, we will play well Friday night.
yeah.
The
Back
ball
to-
game's at 7 o'clock in Purvis, away game, takes about an hour and 10 minutes or so, maybe a little bit longer.
I don't know, I gotta look it up on the map.
Well,
I've been to
again, we
Purvis
talk
only
about
for
this
the
every
game.
show, but we leave early and we eat, and this week will be
Right.
barbecue ribs and brisket. We've got our special spot, so we're
Bring
looking
us
for a
some, Coach.
truckload of folks to come. So everyone tune in Friday, and then and after that ball game, we have a bye week. So we're going to get healthy and kind of kick back. So it's next week is Purvis, then a bye week, and then we're back home against
Yeah,
South
and that's
Georgia.
one thing, you know, when I took over, we were gonna do that. We're not gonna play 11 games. That's just,
No,
to
it's
me,
too much in a row.
it's
No,
just- to
16,
me-
17
To me,
year old
it's
kids.
crazy.
Yeah.
You need a week off. When
Yeah.
you've got you run the gauntlet that we run, especially in district play, it sets up well for us because, you know, we get a little break and now, you know, we get back and, we're into district play.
Right.
So hopefully that'll help us. It's not gonna hurt us for sure.
No, no,
You
you can heal up.
Anytime you can take a day off, or a week off, to get better, it's good. So I'm excited about that and, you know, we'll see how it shakes out.
I like it because
Biggest thing on the agenda right now is Purvis.
That's right.
I'll get
That's
to do another. I'll do Harrison Central D'Iberville on the radio, and then a couple of weeks from there on a Thursday night, I'll get the Biloxi Gulfport
Well, I
game
will
on
tell
Super
you on
Talk.
that Friday night, if you're looking for Coach Finley at a football game, you will not see him.
Hey, I don't blame
I
you.
get plenty of football during the
Bet
week,
you do.
and
It is
if
a
I get a
long,
week,
drawn
So you're not going to Biloxi.
I absolutely will not be.
Harrison Central
You gotta catch your
D'Iberville.
breath when you can.
That's good.
I used to
That's
do
good.
that. And
Well, how's Joanne holding up?
she's holding
Is
up? She's doing good. She's used to that. There's
She's
nothing,
a true football coach.
Yeah,
She
Wow.
knows nothing
She's
anybody
awesome.
can say at Long Beach that she hadn't heard before at other schools I've been
Yeah.
at. So she's good with it, and
Awesome coach's
you
wife.
know,
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yep. She
So,
does the part.
she's excited. She was not able to attend last Friday, so she's a little bit nervous about this week. You know, she thinks she's a little bit superstitious. You know?
Oh, yeah, I get it, I get it. That's what,
So
We weren't gonna let Tony do the coaches show.
Right.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah, I
she
was-
won last week.
She told me she was not coming, but she's gonna be there. So
Yeah.
I did watch y'all's coaches show, and it
Well,
was
I'm
great.
just saying, it's, you know,
That's
you got, if you win, you stay with what you did, right?
that's right.
We're gonna keep Tony around either way, cause he runs the show, except for Kenny.
Well, Kenny does what I tell him to do. You know, Kenny had called me after the show and said it was a great show, and so I couldn't wait for it to come out on YouTube, and it was a good show. A good show. You two mash up real good. Again, we're gonna be in Purvis next Friday night. Game starts at 7 o'clock. What time do y'all pull out of here, Coach? About 4?
At least, probably.
4:30,
Yeah,
so
probably
somewhere
about
around
4
there,
o'clock.
that's what we'll do. And
I'm not for sure how far it is up there.
yeah, and I couldn't remember either, so it's not that bad of a trip. We just
Somewhere
know we
there.
passed that barbecue restaurant.
Somewhere
all
there
the
toward
way.
Bloomington.
So you mark trips by restaurants?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we make a day out of it. I'm telling you, we're into it. We've done
I
this
got
for
you.
years, not just with Tim.
Maybe one of these days I can do that.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah. Well, we had a coach that drove his own personal car, so we could just put you in there
Well,
with
no,
us
I'm
and
not-
bring you to the game.
No, I won't do that.
Come up there in Olson to see that barbecue sauce on
I'll do
Saturday.
that. I'll do that after I get done.
That's
There you
right,
go.
that's right.
Yeah.
We'll bring you something, Coach. Y'all, this is the Bearcat Broadcast Network. Coach, head football coach, Cody Finley, Tony McGill, Tim Delaney. We'll see y'all next week. See you Friday night.
Call the Glass Doctor, we'll fix your pain.
Glass Doctor is a proud supporter of Long Beach schools. Call Glass Doctor for all your home, auto, and business glass needs.
Call the Glass Doctor, we'll fix your pains. Oh yeah.
Do you know that as a Long Beach High School student, you are eligible for a membership at Keesler Federal Credit Union? Keesler Federal is more than a bank. It's a credit union and a not-for-profit financial cooperative. This means you share in the ownership. We work to help you prosper, not investors. Keesler Federal offers a wide variety of financial products and services, great rates and extra benefits, such as free checking and savings account, free online and mobile banking, and an annual savings contest. So come in with a parent and talk to one of our friendly team members about what Keesler Federal can do for you. When you join, you are a member for life, and we will be there for every step of your financial journey. Going the extra mile for our members since 1947, Keesler Federal Credit Union, where you are more than a customer, you are family.
Welcome back, everyone. Tony McGill, Tim Delaney, the Bearcat Broadcast Network. It's our segment that we added last week,
Right.
the new Bearcat Broadcast Network Player of the Week. Dylon Foxworth, Pascal Chan, S.J. Valentine, Forest County, and our new Player of the Week is DJ McDonald, our quarterback. Come on in here, DJ. Yo, he threw for 137 yards, sophomore, 137 yards, run 2 touchdowns, threw for 2 touchdowns.
But that's not the real deal. See, we bring these guys in because numbers are numbers, wins are wins. But that's not what turned me, because you know, your first 2 outings weren't great.
Yeah.
And people, and this happens because you're the quarterback, which means everybody's gonna blame you, right? That's how it is from the NFL on down, right? And it's there's no real truth to that,
Yeah.
but you just live with it. And so, what you did, DJ, was respond. That is, instead of getting down on yourself, you bounced back and proved everybody wrong and had a magnificent game. Which means now you carry that momentum on into next week. Kids are looking up to you, so you know you're feeling more like a quarterback right now than you were 2 weeks ago. I know, you know, and because you bounced back and overcame the adversity of that, that's why you're Player of the Week.
DJ, a lot of things that we look at, and I'm telling you, when we go to practice, you probably see us standing around being nosy, but we'll watch you in practice and I'll watch how hard you work. And Coach Delaney told me, he says he's the first one on there, on the field, last one off. And that makes a big difference, and the hard work is starting to pay off, and I'm looking forward to seeing you play the next 2 years also. We got Forest Purvis this week,
Oh, yeah.
so we're going to go after them. But y'all, this is DJ McDonald. Hold your shirt up, DJ. DJ McDonald, he is our Player of the Week, the Bearcat Broadcast Network. We appreciate y'all. Thanks for tuning in.
The 2025-2026 Coca-Cola Scholars Program is an achievement-based scholarship awarded to graduating high school seniors. Students are recognized for the capacity to lead, serve, and their commitment to make a significant impact on their schools and communities. Scholarships are valued at $20,000. For a list of eligibility requirements to apply, please visit the website on screen, or for more information, visit Ms. Tucker in the Career Center. The deadline to apply is September 30th, 2025.